Oh, I could have talked about oil pulling. I don't really do that because that's when you get the oily shits messing with just eating coconut oil. I got enough problems in my life. I don't need coconutty shits. Hey you guys, today I am going to talk to you about various cooking oil types. And there's so many types of oils. I just want you to know up front, we're not going to talk about anything fancy, nothing special, just regular cooking oils that you can find in your average market anywhere in the USA. But I'm doing this guide mainly because the type of oil that you choose does determine how that particular food cooks and thus how it ends up tasting. So each oil that each oil that's out there has a smoke point, and your smoke point basically refers to the temperature where the temperature that you're cooking at, the point where it actually starts to smoke and burn. And you don't want anything smoking or burning when you're cooking, especially if you're a newbie. But aside from stinking up your kitchen or altering the taste of your food, you basically you also don't want to burn out any of the nutrients in your food because you're cooking it at a very high temperature or higher temperature than necessary to cook the foods. It also should be noted that oils that are refined, basically what that is, it's going through an additional process when the oils are being made or extracted, if you will, and it just, I guess it's to take out impurities of the oil depending on whatever the oil is made from. But with that, taking out impurities is also taking out the good stuff. So you don't really want that either. But the first one I want to go over is vegetable oil, because you're probably already using vegetable oil. This is vegetable oil, and it's pretty light, light yellow, very transparent oil. And vegetable oil is basically made from various types of vegetables, not one particular type of vegetable, and it's the seeds of those vegetables. So it's almost like the hot dog of the oils, because you don't know if it's corn, if it like I don't know. With vegetable oil, it's very refined. That's why it's super light, and it has solvents added to it, and vegetable oil has little to no flavor. So that's another telltale sign that an oil has been refined, because again, it takes out everything. It takes out the good and the bad, and its smoke point is about 400 degrees. So you pretty much can use that oil for anything. But if you eat fried foods, or French fries, for instance, let's keep it like, you know, midway. You're making French fries, you definitely can fry, because you need that to be a high temperature. You can also use it, you can use it to saute things as well, because that's something that you need a high temperature. But vegetable oil, is nothing wrong with vegetable oil, but it's definitely the easiest to find in any market, and it's probably the cheapest oil that I've ever bought, because I don't know, you can get, I don't know what the amount is, but you can get a big bottle of vegetable oil for, I don't know, like $1, maybe like right under $2, depending on if it's on sale or not. So, and corn oil is another one. I don't have a sample of corn oil. I personally regard it the same as vegetable oil, but with corn oil, its burn point or smoke point is a little bit higher at 450 degrees. So you probably can, probably be really great in a deep fryer, like one of those like cute little deep fryers you could put on your counter. So let me talk about extra virgin olive oil, because that is the one that I cook with the most. That is probably the one that you'll hear other people say, oh, cook with olive oil, EVOO, and so on and so forth. Like, I don't know, it's just like really hyped, but I do like it, even though its smoke point is a lot lower. It's 325 smoke point, so it's a lower smoke point than vegetable oil, sorry. But I know also have heard, oh, you can't saute anything with olive oil. You can't, I've heard, oh, you can't cook with olive oil. I am not a chef, but I cook a lot of things with olive oil, so I don't know what the hell they talking about. Maybe my food's burnt and bad. I don't know. But here is a sample of that. Let me see if it'll focus for you. So, yep, that's that. It's a lot darker, and I'll actually put it next to the vegetable oil. So, with olive oil, what happens is they take the olives and after they harvest them and whatnot, they take it and it goes into a press or machine. And I'll just say right now, if you have olive oil that's really expensive, or you got it somewhere like AJ's Market or Whole Foods, even like, I mean, on the high end at Whole Foods, it probably was crushed with like stones from Greece. I don't know, but they do have high-tech machinery that crushes the, I keep on calling them plums, that crushes the olives and pits and sticks and stems and everything. So when you're dealing with machinery, it's gonna, whatever's being processed is going to be highly heated. So with olive oil, the machines, if they are being ran through machines, it's actually a slower process because they don't want the contents, the oils, to basically overheat and lose its nutrients. Now, if you see light olive oil, it has been treated with solvents. It has been more refined, so it's going to have less of a taste. This olive oil here is going to have more of a buttery, I don't want to say nutty, but more buttery, rich, robust taste. Also, if you ever notice, olive oil comes in a colored bottle, and especially if it's glass, that is to prevent it from basically being bleached from sunlight. I mean, it's mostly what, sunlight from whatever comes through your windows at your house, right? It's not like you're going on a picnic with olive oil, but that's one of those things to protect and preserve the taste and the nutrient content of olive oil. Grapeseed oil. So again, this is oil that is extracted from the seeds of grapes. Now, we all know that grapes have itty bitty seeds, so it's, I don't know, I'm so surprised that grapeseed oil is not more expensive than olive oil just because of that. I don't know. And grapeseed oil has a little, I don't know if you'll be able to tell on here, especially like with the backgrounds and stuff, but it's a little, I don't think you'll be able to tell here, but it's a little more on the green side. So, and the smell, it doesn't smell like anything. Now, let me tell you something about grapeseed oil. Let me back up. You can definitely cook with it, but I have grapeseed oil in my pantry, but I mostly use grapeseed oil on my hair because I have fine hair and it's really light and I love it on my hair. And I also mix it with my body lotion and slather my body with it. If I'm not using grapeseed oil, I'm using almond oil on my body. So it is scentless, and that was one of the things I like because I can mix it with a lotion or just put it on my body straight, and I don't have to worry about when I put on perfume later on and me getting dressed, it, you know, clashing with that scent. So it's very odorless. It doesn't have a whole lot of taste, but it does not taste like vegetable oil, if that makes any sense. And so I don't know if you can tell, but the grapeseed oil is a little bit green, and still the vegetable oil, you see how light that is, how clear that is. So actually that was another great thing about cooking with it. It has a high smoke point of 420 degrees Fahrenheit. Found for the most part the price point for grapeseed oil is about the same as olive oil. I mean, you'll find in the same price range, but you definitely won't be able to buy a bottle for like $1.99 like you could with the vegetable oil. So that's that. Again, because of the high smoke point, you can cook anything with it. It's very light. My last oil that you can cook with on the list is coconut oil. This is another thing I like to slather my body with. However, I don't cook with coconut oil that often just because I'm not a big fan of coconut. If I'm baking something, it's really great, mostly because, so here's the coconut oil, and it's actually, it's a little liquidy, but it does solidify, so it makes it a great substitute for butter. Yeah, depends on what you're baking, but it's a great substitute for butter if you're baking anything. I don't bake a whole lot anymore, but it's good in that. I don't otherwise like coconut taste enough to really cook with it that often. So right now, the reason why it's a lot more liquidy than solid, I actually was taking some photos of it in natural sunlight, so the heat from the sun outside coming through the window actually melted it, because when I put it in here it was solid. I was like, well, it is what it is, because I have to show you guys the real deal. But its smoke point is 350 degrees, so it's lower than your grapeseed oil and your vegetable oil, and a little bit higher than extra virgin olive oil. This is definitely not something you want to mess around and burn in your kitchen. Usually, I mean, you know, like coconut shrimp or something like that, or maybe mixing it with some type of curry. I don't know. It just depends. I can't really think, because I don't even going out to restaurants, I don't go for coconutty things. But it's really great on your body. But again, because of the scent, I don't like how it'll interact with my perfume. Like it in my hair, but even then, I just don't like the scent enough to deal with that. So those are the oils that I wanted to share with you all. Very basic. Those are things that you hear over and over again on social media. People talking about clean eating, people talking about cooking and meal prep and all that. So I hope that was helpful information. If you have any questions, or you want me to talk about, or if you may be trying to cook something and the ingredient sesame seed oil or peanut oil or whatever it is, you have questions, feel free to ask. I've pretty much cooked with every oil out there at some point or another. But yeah, I really want to thank you for watching, and I want you to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as share, because you may have other friends. You may not need this content, but you may have someone else that needs to know what the hell they're buying. Or thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.